These are the 1966 to 68 GMC New Look Fishbowls, the 4 GMC New Look Fishbowls of New York City Transit. Now their fleet numbers range from 8001 to 8202, while the MaBSTOA fleet numbers range from 8301 to 8780. Now, without further ado, let's hit the list of depots that receive New York City Transit's 4th fleet of GMC New Look Fishbowls. Here we go! So 8001 to 8040 were delivered to Flushing Depot, present-day Casey Stengel Depot, while 8041 to 8080 were delivered to Jamaica Depot. 8081 to 8122 were delivered to Flatbush Depot, while 8123 to 8202 were delivered to 126th Street Depot, which was closed in 2015. 8301 to 8325 were delivered to Coliseum Depot, which is now the site of the present-day West Farms Depot, while 8326 to 8350 were delivered to the original West Farms Depot, which was closed in 1983. Anywho, 8351 to 8375 were delivered to Kingsbridge Depot, while 8376 to 8470 were delivered to Amsterdam Depot, which was closed in 2003, then was temporarily reopened in 2008 when Mother Clary Hill Depot was closed for rehabilitation. Then it was closed in 2010 due to budget cuts. Anyway, 8471 to 8545 were delivered to 100th Street Depot, present-day Tuskegee Airmen Depot, while 8546 to 8620 were delivered to 54th Street Depot, which was closed in 1992 and demolished between 1995 and 97. 8621 to 8695 were delivered to 132nd Street Depot, present-day Manhattanville Depot, while last but not least, 8696 to 8780 were delivered to 146th Street Depot, present-day Mother Clara Hale Depot. So these GMC New Look Fishbowls, just like their older sisters from the previous order, these were built under the model number TDH-5303. But unlike their older sisters from 1965, these were TDH-5303A models, with the A indicating that these fishbowls were the first to be equipped with AC, as seen in this photo of 8546. And this would become a standard for all new buses moving forward. And these GMC New Look Fishbowls signify the use of the Detroit Diesel 6V71 engine with the Allison VH-7 transmission, which sounds like this. So this particular order of GMC New Look Fishbowls was pretty unique to say the least, and were chock full of new and noticeable features, with one of them being AC, newer and better roll signs, and were later given the blue and red roll signs, and were also equipped with Busorama signs, or as we bus fans call them, bat wings, just like the fishbowls from the previous delivery. And these GMC New Look Fishbowls, along with the 1968 Fishbowls, were all out good and served New York City Transit very well. and were well liked by many. Though of course I'm sure you had some nitpicks by some drivers, passengers, and whatnot, but it is what it is. Oh, and speaking of 1968 GMC New Look Fishbowls, these are the 1968 GMC New Look Fishbowls, the first express GMC New Look Fishbowls of New York City Transit. Now, their fleet numbers range from 8801 to 8933, with 8801 to 8853 being delivered to Elmer Park Depot, while 8854 to 8933 were delivered to Castleton Depot. So these GMC New Look Fishbowls, unlike the previous units, which were TDH-5303 models, these were built under the model number T6H-5305A. And these GMC New Look Fishbowls signify the use of the Detroit Diesel 6V71 engine and the Allison VH-9 transmission, which sounds like this. So these particular GMC New Look Fishbowls were pretty unique, as they were New York City Transit's first fleet of express buses, as most of them were used for express service to Manhattan from Brooklyn and Staten Island. These fishbowls were a bit different from their older sisters and were chock full of new and rather exclusive features. For example, 8910 to 8933 were delivered from GM with 2x2 seats for express routes, while 8858 to 8871, along with 8879 to 8893, were retrofitted with soft seats to operate express routes. And 8829 to 8878 were also equipped with bat wings, just like their older sisters, and these were also the last fishbowls to have bat wings, and also had a more powerful transmission compared to their older sisters. As you can see, many of these fishbowls were later repainted into the two-tone blue in the blue and white scheme, as seen in these photos of 8170 and 8187. And before I forget, in the mid-80s, many of these fishbowls would later be rebuilt by Blitz Bus Company and were renumbered into the 5000 series, due to the unfortunate premature retirement of the Grumman 870s. But aside from that, these fishbowls were just all-out good and served New York City Transit very well. It is sad to know that these fishbowls were retired in the 80s going into the mid-90s, but their legacy will never ever die. So as for these GMC New Look Fishbowls, they're gone, but definitely not forgotten, as we have 8466 and 8928 proudly preserved in the museum fleet. So with that being said, this is Kal-El saying stay safe, stay well, and of course thanking you guys for watching.